Hello everyone. Uh, this video will be going to talk about abstract data types in Ruby. Ruby is a programming language which provides support for abstract data types through its classes. So in Ruby also we'll write class. When I am telling that we'll write a class, then we should know certain things, whether these classes are the same class which is used in C++ and Java, correct? So Ruby classes are similar to those in C++ and Java in terms of capabilities. Now, so as I told, it is a programming language and it is a object oriented programming language. It is having many features that Ruby is also a script based programming language. So it is object oriented, all the features of object oriented programming that it will support. So we'll see how encapsulation is being supported. So basically Ruby uses assemblies to wrap the data or to combine the different classes together and to keep in the program. So in Ruby, a class is defined in a compound statement opened with the class, reserved word and closed with the end. So we'll open with the class and reserved word is class. We'll write some class name. We'll see the example also. The names of instance variables have a special syntactic form. They must begin with sign at the rate. There are versions in Ruby. Ruby older version is to take other sign, but it will take some sign. And updated version of Ruby, which version is supports in ADT, that object oriented programming, that version will take instance variables with the sign of at the rate. And we'll use the different sign for local variables, we'll use different sign for global variables. As this video is pure of ADTs, I am talking about names of the instance variables which will begin with the sign of at the rate. And not only the instance variables, that also class will have instance methods, have the same syntax as functions in Ruby. They begin with def, reserved word, and end with the end. Class will begin with the class, end with the end. Method will also start with the definition keyword and end with the end. Class methods are distinguished from instance methods by having the class name appended to the beginning of their names with a separator. Constructors in Ruby are named initialize. Even this initialize will begin with a sign. Because the constructor cannot be overloaded, there only can be one per class. Classes in Ruby are dynamic in the sense that members can be added at any time into the class. Let's see how information will be provided. Information will be hidden. Access controls for methods in Ruby is dynamic. So access violations are detected only during the execution. The default method access is public, but it can also be protected or private. So this is how we will define a class. So class, my class. Now my class is going to have some methods. As I told just before, that every method will begin the keyword with definition and every method will end with the keyword of end. And the methods can be also private, and we will be creating a private method uh, and definition, method beginning and end with the keyword. So end is what? Class. If you see this, class members and class methods, all the things should be inlined with the class. Now let's see how stack will be implemented using Ruby syntactical structure. So class, stack class, uh, and now this class is going to have some data members and member functions. So we'll take some initialize, which is constructor. Constructor will begin with def keyword. Now these are what? Instance variables of the class, and all instance variables will begin with at the rate sign. And look at this language will not use square bracket to give a dimension. It will take parenthesis to write the size. At the rate maximum length equal to 100, top sub equal to -1. These are what? Instance variables of the class. And this end is not for the class, this end is for this definition. Keep in mind, we'll end the class once after we define and we declare all the class members and member functions as same as your Java. Definition push number, and we are taking this method with the one parameter, and we'll be taking puts function to print something. And else, look at this, all instance variables will have some at the rate sign wherever those are used in the program. So this end is not for definition, this end is for if condition, this end is for this function. And pop function is also the same, that if it is empty we'll print error in pop else condition. And this end is for this if, this end is for this definition pop function. And the same top, the same thing we've implemented. And look at this, this end, once after I defined and declare every member function, I'm closing the class with the end keyword. And this is what test code of Ruby, the same, that I'm creating object with the new object for my stack class. So the code is little bit different than your Java. We'll take my stack, it is my object for my class stack class dot new operator. So Java code is little bit different, right? We'll take object obj is equal to new class, so it is little bit different. My stack is object of this class of stack class, and stack class is having some member function which is push. Now I'm pointing or I'm referencing this function to do and to perform. So my stack dot pop. So this is what actually Ruby implementing stack ADT using Ruby syntactical unit or Ruby syntactical structure. Thank you all.